And we're back. Just like that. We told you there would be an update, and here it is. I have a headache right now, but I feel like I want to record. I convinced Tara to do it. She was going to go to sleep.
Hello.
Here we are.
I'm here. Good evening.
So, it's been a week. And I think that's maybe why, too. I maybe wanted to do it because I just realized
it's a week to the day.
A week to the day.
1 week to the day. I was just going to say.
Yeah, we're
approximately.
We are on right on. I'm going to go with right on time.
So.
Yeah, we are almost. Hopefully the furnace is not
That's
as loud.
kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird actually. So perfect. That's. I'm sure if you were interested in that and you had. Any inkling of if you enjoyed last week's Friday night debacle meltdown, whatever the hell that was, then you want an update. So it just seems to all work out, and it's been a big week, right?
It has.
We are in my room, and it is
There's been
completely
many life
transformed
this week.
So eventually, you will be able to see us. They will be recorded. There will be audio, podcast, obviously, but there will be video. Because I got a floor finally after I pulled up the rug in my room in 2018, which I thought was just a few years ago. I kept telling myself it was just a few years ago. But a few is usually 3 or 4, right?
Few?
Yeah, it was definitely more than
a few, like a couple, which is 2.
A couple is 2, a few is 3.
Oh, okay.
To 4, I think.
Okay.
And then you got to start using numbers. So hopefully people can do math. But 2018, I've been walking on cement since 2018, so not walking on cement anymore. So there will be
It's be 7 years.
Decent looking setup quite soon. But I'm still in the process of
it's looking fabulous, actually. The floor is fabulous.
Moving shit back in here. But said situation, I guess I basically wanted to, because I've gotten a lot of shit from a couple people that
me too.
I went
let's not forget the shit I've gotten.
Or I didn't. I don't even know how to explain it, but like I'm not an asshole, so like I'm not gonna put someone on the street. Let's just be real.
I know how to explain it.
What?
Because I'm like you in that way.
Yeah.
But they didn't explain it. So you have said people coming in and saying, you're being ridiculous. I've not been around you for this amount of time because of other said person is known. Not supportive in any way, not giving realistic solutions to the problem whatsoever.
I agree. It's an opinion, but great. You have an opinion. So what
is your solution? Right, but it wasn't.
What's the solution? But no solutions were given. Correct. No solutions were given besides put them on the street.
No realistic solution. That's what I'm.
Yeah, well, that's
they wanted at 12 o'clock.
No,
to
put them
move
on the
furniture
street
into the garage.
Yeah,
okay,
get all the shit out of the house, and I'm like, and put it in the driveway.
Yeah, give him a stick.
Put it in the driveway, so then his shit's not in my garage. It's in the driveway. Like that's
right, because then he'll be sleeping under.
How does that help me? Like that doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like that was just like circular last week because I was like, well, what?
Well,
like
the subject would be, if we want to keep this somewhat together, would be. Firstly, we spoke heavily about this last week. People not appreciating what they have been given, right, and how they treat it, and what happens. But the real subject would be kind people with hearts that are able to do something for somebody as opposed to not, which makes you and I different. What also makes you and I different is you have a lot more to give in terms of things or places, or I have myself to give. You give that too. You move people's houses, you facilitate in a multitude of ways. But the majority of people are not kind the way we spoke about it. Could you just have been nice? That's going to be a subject one night.
Yeah, that is.
Could you just have been nice?
If you were
Just
just
be
nice,
nice. Just nice.
we
That's
wouldn't
it.
be where we
I'm not even asking for,
Yeah.
a full dinner before I fuck up the ass. Just some coffee. Just something.
Just be nice.
Just be nice. You know what I'm saying? So what Gina and I, probably our whole lives, have been razzed or hurt or taken advantage of is because we're not able to, if we have the means, even if somebody is not acting appropriately, toss them, give up on somebody. Both Gina and I happen to have a relationship that was intimate with somebody that fucked me over in the worst of ways. Gina's is platonic, and she got fucked over in the worst of ways. And what people view that as is like stupidity, or we allow too much to happen, but actually we don't. We might have. People might perceive it as that, but guess what? We're smarter than them. You have an ulterior motive because he is into you for a lot of money. So throwing him out on the street and having a man baby would say, okay, she did that to me, I'm going to not do this to her. And then you'd lose everything.
That does worry me a little bit, but I don't think that would happen. But that is a slight worry.
It's something that's going to be beyond his control, meaning, outside factors.
Correct.
So our kindness is taken as, in certain people's eyes, just plain old stupid. We're doormats. We're not aware of what's going on. I was
called a doormat last night several times, and I was like, what? I was like, really? I don't feel like one. And like, what? I was like, bro, like, that's a little harsh to me. And he's like, that's what's happening. And I was like, what? And I was like, look, yo, take down a notch.
But wait, did you explain the conversation that was had and the change of behavior and the lack of your...
Doesn't care about any of that. And I was like, but I do. But I think it's a special ed teacher me. Or just the kind of person I am. I just don't... I'm not going to put someone on the street.
We also have hope in people.
Also, I'd made him a bet, and he wouldn't bet. Oh, I fucking forgot to say that today. God damn it.
What? Who? With who?
I was like, he's never leaving. And I was like, he's out of here. End of June is the absolute latest. Hopefully sooner. He's like, no fucking way. And I was like, bet. And he's like, I'll bet. I was like, bet what? I was like, let's bet. And he's like, oh, it's got to be good. And I was like, bet. Let's bet. I was like, end of June, absolute latest.
But let me ask you something.
That's going to happen.
Let's just make up a scenario here. Let's say Brian runs off to Cancun with his family, not via car, of course. You know what I'm saying? Nothing via car. He flies, he trains, whatever, to someplace else, and screws Jason over in entirety. What happens? That's what I think people's minds are saying. Like, what ifs, the unknowns. We know to the best of 99% that his brother is in ownership of the money at this point. Let me not go any further. Let me let you answer that. What happens if Jason winds up with nothing? Just a weird scenario could happen. The mom had too many debts. Brian takes off. It's just a completely fictitious scenario.
GLC will again come to the rescue and hire a lawyer for friend and sue the fuck out of brother.
Okay. So there is a plan. That's all I just wanted to know.
I would, yeah. I mean, if you have a legit situation and you're my friend, I will give you money for a lawyer if I have the money.
Well, I know that. Thank you very much. Don't ever slow in Warwick, everybody. Just take my word for it.
Hit the gas.
That'll be another night's topic.
Hit the gas.
But
no,
I don't like the fact that we were both reprimanded for having a heart. This is not my house. They also treated me as though I had a right to walk up to that room and kick him the fuck out.
Listen, who's kicking anybody out? Like, I mean, it was he's a pain in the ass, but like it wasn't. He was just drunk and an asshole, but like it wasn't.
No, it went a little farther than that.
Yeah,
It
it
went
did go a
into
little
thievery,
further.
and we
It
can't.
did.
Come
It
on,
did
Gina.
go further.
Gina, you had a barricade across your room. Come on, okay. I lived here for 2 months.
It did
and
go
there was
further
never
than
a
that.
barricade
Listen,
here.
it did go further than that, but it also wasn't like
It was outright
the
disrespect.
end of the world.
It was outright disrespect. No,
It
you were
was.
infuriated last. Do we need to listen to our podcast and just come back?
No, we don't. But it has been a good week.
Well, you need to talk about how you set him straight.
There has been 7 every day since then has been as it should have been all along
from day one. So that's our problem.
Boom.
That's our problem right there.
That's
we
our problem.
Tolerated
that's
too
our problem.
long.
Because
the conversation should have been had weeks prior.
Correct. And no, and we said that to each other. He's like, you should have talked. We should have talked. He said, you should have talked to me sooner.
And I said,
I said, I shouldn't have to talk to you at all.
That's a great answer. However,
but that's true, because if he were a real asshole, would just keep doing asshole things, and he's trying to rectify the situation.
Yes, but Gina, he's trying because he will be homeless if he doesn't do the proper thing.
I don't give a fuck what the reason is, as long as you fucking do it. Do the right thing.
It's out of fucking fear.
But I don't give a fuck.
Outright fear.
That's on you. That's not me. That has nothing.
He's
to do
scared
with
of
me.
you. You're the devil. Remember.
That has nothing to do with me. That's him.
No, you're housing him. It does.
That's him. That whatever the fuck he has to do to be the right person and do the right thing.
Right. So be it. Whatever.
I don't give a fuck what emotions you have to go through. Like, whatever. Don't be an asshole is what I said. He's like, I was an asshole. I apologize. I was like, you can't be an asshole. I'm too old for this shit. You cannot be an asshole.
I believe, but
like
I deserved an apology and didn't get one.
You didn't?
No.
Well, that's ridiculous. I did not know that.
No, I approached him first. I was the bigger person and just made believe like nothing ever happened.
Well,
I mean, the other night I said,
the
last thing you told me was, fuck you. And I said to him, I heard you tell Jinx, I really hate Tara.
So I sent him the video last night.
Of what?
The one where he said, the one where I'm in the hallway and I say, don't disrespect this house. And he's like, you want to talk? Like that. It was only like a minute and a half or something. But he opens the door and he's like, why'd you send this to me? And I was like, because you need to see it. I was like, you don't have to watch it now, but I was like,
you need to hear it.
To hear it and see it. And he replied this morning and thanked me for sending it, and that he saved it, and that he will refer to it if he feels like he's going to a bad place.
Maybe you need to send him some more where he's worse.
Well, I didn't go through the 3-hour one. A lot of it's just singing mouse, so it's neither here nor there. But that one was, short and sweet and clearly, because he did say he blacked out and he didn't remember anything. And I go, I don't give a fuck. You disrespected me in my house, and I've been nothing but kind and generous and
correct.
And that's my other buddy's problem with it. Is the and
well, me too. I was astounded.
But I got a fucking whole nother talking to about how I do this all the time and that I need it. I need this. I said nobody needs this in their life. Why would I want this? Get the fuck out of here.
What are they saying? You need drama?
That
you're addicted to drama?
Fix people. I need to. I need. Yeah. I was like, what are you saying? And then he was telling me I wasn't answering his questions. I said I didn't even hear a question. What is your question? I said, I will answer any question you have. Why do you have to do that? So we made up. I said, listen to me. I was like, are you telling me you see me and you know these motherfuckers are going to be fucking man babies, douchebag assholes right away? He's like, yes, from the get. And I said, well, do you understand that I do not? That oftentimes men... there's a facade, there's like a, you get a different, you get
Of
this other
course,
little
yes. A
thing.
facade would be the perfect word.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, how come we don't have a code word? I was like, yo, so Rutabaga, if I hear Rutabaga, if we're anywhere and I hear Rutabaga out of my friend's mouth, he's like, it won't work. He's like, you won't do it. I was like, you're already discounting it before we even try it. I was like, I would appreciate. I was like, I don't like that you think I want to fucking deal with this shit.
I was trying to tell
it's
you
dry.
earlier, though.
It's too much. Nobody.
You remember, I was like, gee, that wasn't right. And
And I'm talking about more, I guess, not this situation because this is my friend, but like he's talking about like that with men, dating wise. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That so it's
I got you.
That's
as soon
different.
as you had to say that.
Yeah,
you didn't have to say anymore.
This is but I was like, he's like, no, I know right away. He's like, I see through, and I was like, well, I do not, and like, what the fuck? I was like,
the only thing I could say about that.
The heads up would be dope. Like,
the only thing I could say about that in that situation that I've seen is that you admitted to knowing or telling me that you knew Jason for 30 years and he's always been an asshole and he's always been a narcissist. Yeah. So that's the only thing that would make me say, you're bad.
I mean,
but like we decided, we had hope.
I have a high threshold. What did I call it last night?
Hope.
Yes, that's facts. I hope. That is. I think Obama made me have so much hope. Where's my hope? My hope poster's got to go back up. Yeah, hope. You hope.
I hope.
He's like, why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself? What? You need it. You need it. I was like, I don't need it. I don't want it at all. But I really hope, especially as you get older, I'm like, people grow up. People are gonna like change. People are gonna.
That's what
people are gonna take advantage of the knowledge and the this or the that or the whatever the fuck it
discovering
is.
That
whatever it is.
Life is
and
really
some
beautiful,
people do, and some people do not. And I do think my threshold for bullshit has gone down. I don't put up with shit as long, but I do.
You mean
as of right now?
As of right now?
No, I mean compared to like in my whole life or whatever, like in general. As of right now, yeah. No, every day. I mean, every day we're just wiser, right? Every day.
Or some people try to be, yes.
I try to be every day better than I was the day before. Or a little more learned, a little more
educated.
A little more this or that. Whatever. And
just knowing
obviously,
one more thing. Anything.
I try to work on deficits. Some get worked on more than others. And some things, I don't know. But like, I know I'm not the problem. Me being nice isn't the problem.
It's
people being assholes.
Of the niceness
yeah, and like, but I do let things go on too long because that's the special ed teacher in me. So I got to learn to like, I'm not in a classroom with fucking teenagers.
Right, you're in real life in your house.
I'm in real life with grown men and dating or helping or this or that or whatever.
Man babies and dating.
Titty Baby Nation.
I was just going to say.
Titty Baby Nation. Epidemic, people. Epidemic. This is going to be we got a whole thing on that.
It's going to be like a month's worth of topics on
I mean,
man
I
baby.
Can't even really. That's
really
the real problem. So, yeah. So, apparently, people have gaydar and people have whatever dar. George thinks he has titty baby dar. TBD, titty baby radar, TBR, like PBR but TBR. That's funny. So I was like, if you have titty baby radar and you're not telling me, I was like, come on, man. So Rutabaga is the word, and I was like, no, I don't want to.
You know what? If he had the nerve to ask you what he did last night, he's still out of his mind about things that cost more money. Do you know what I mean?
No, I have no idea what you just said.
Coffee.
I mean, I special ed shit a lot of the things that, like things, are some things are the same and some things are completely different. And not only am I special editing you and like mothering you and thising you and thating you, like, and all of it is take it or leave it. And it's obviously a take in this situation because he ain't leaving. So I I get to.
We really need video right now.
I mean, oh, you like my face?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Oh, I've been dishing it all week. Dishing it. Yeah. No, and he's listening. He's receptive. So I appreciate that, honestly.
Well, he's literally scared of you, so he should
Fucking
be.
should be.
Great minds think alike.
I mean, no, it really shouldn't be. That's fucking silly. But fucking,
He
if
should
that's
be
what it
because
takes,
of the way
whatever.
he's behaved. He knows what he deserves.
It's unnecessary. It just. But I guess adulting is hard for some people. I mean, it's hard for me. But I don't know.
Haley said something about Gen Zers trying to be adults today.
What's Gen Z? What
Me.
ages group is that?
Me.
Oh, you trying
No, Gen X. Sorry, Gen Xers.
trying to be adults?
Mm-hmm. She wrote to me how terrible we are at it.
Yo, fuck right off. What are you talking about?
She's bleeding. She's a
I
savage.
just got good at being an adult, like yesterday.
My house it said adult failing, and it was like a sticker of some sort.
Listen,
I'm trying to give me a hint, bitch.
I only got okay with myself like in my 40s, and like maybe, I mean, I just was making a joke saying yesterday, but it might be true. No, like, yeah, I feel like the older you get, I feel like that's why I want to be 50 so bad. I feel like my 50s is GLC's gonna shine like the sun. I'm gonna be like pow 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 pow. I don't even know.
You're gonna be Isuzu.
Isuzu. Isuzu.
Isuzu.
Oh man. That's an inside joke, folks, but I will put on the screen when I learn to edit stuff. There's no visual for this. This is just funny.
I told you we needed a video.
Isuzu.
We have to. We'll explain that at a later
So
time.
wait, how young is that kid? That kid
he could be 45 and
no,
he
that
just
kid
dropped
was in
on
his
his head.
20s.
I don't know.
That kid was in his 20s.
And
I watched a video,
it was a
and this
Toyota
kid
Celica.
could not pronounce car names, and it was hilarious. So we now use Isuzu as
any form of the.
It's like fuck, but
Right,
better.
exactly.
You could say it anywhere, anytime.
That's right, exactly. I love that we coined
It's
that.
like he did say it hilarious though.
Isuzu. Isuzu.
I so.
Oh, he
I don't
said
even know.
Isuzu?
I don't even know. He just said Mitsubishi. He said Mitsubishi.
And then
he
said Toyota Celica.
Celica. There was, I don't know. There was a handful that were. It was unacceptable how he. I mean, the video was about
It was as good as
going to look
groceries.
at cars and he couldn't say half the car names. No, they're not half.
Didn't he say, is that a Ford?
There was 8. He did. He did. He did say something out of Ford. Oh, boy.
Is that a Ford, I say?
Oh, well.
So.
Off topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, update. I mean, yeah. Nice people get shit on a lot, I think.
All the time.
And you shouldn't take it. But everybody has a different level of...
what is it? No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, and everybody has a different tolerance level of what they're going to accept. You shouldn't really accept anything, but like, whatever. So
no,
I give...
the way you treat people is what you should expect back, and nothing different. Or better.
Treat people like you want to be treated.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I was told that when I was a child.
No.
If all children were told that and then stuck to it, the world would be a better place.
It would.
Yeah. But my mom told me that, and then...
And then we know what followed that.
And then, see how...
And then she bought you a washer dryer.
Me. So, whatever.
Just for you, G.
Yeah, I mean...
I know you're only 7, but...
life's a bitch and then you die.
Somebody's got to do the wash.
It's true, but you might not want to tell a 5-year-old that. over and over and over again.
You know what the funny thing is? My mother did the same thing. I was 8.
We're functional.
We do lots of laundry.
Damn right. Damn
Because
right.
we're nice people.
We're not crazy.
No, you're not.
You're not. I'm not. I'm not. You're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah. No.
People want to tell us we are.
Yeah.
All the time.
No.
Do you know what? What is normal? Normal is sitting on a dryer. Right? That's the only normal I know. Normal.
That's a terrible setting.
I know.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
It's very
what
boring.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means
Normal.
it probably comes out damp.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Ew, gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
When actually, see,
Oh, man.
if a girl says you're crazy, I say thank you. If a guy says you're crazy, we're going to throw down.
If people say you're crazy, I said everybody is. It's a big umbrella. It's like a spectrum. It's just how crazy are you?
Right. Who's normal?
Because the craziest people are the ones who are adamant that they're not crazy.
Right.
If people get real bent out of shape and are like, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, and I'm like, oh shit, we got a live one.
You have to walk
we got a
backwards out of the room.
live
You never
one. Yeah, that's a live.
This is one for everybody out there.
Motherfucker in the room.
Never turn your back on crazy.
But everybody I feel like all those things, all emotional, whatever. There's like everybody's a little bit of everything. It's just where
everybody has something.
Yeah.
Because they've had lived life.
Yeah.
And
you just don't want to drive yourself crazy doing the same thing. So that's what else I got. So yeah, my other friend was like, you think you're going to expect something different over and over again. And I was like, no, they're different people and there's different situations. And he's like, but I said, it's similar. It's similar. I was like, I see what you're saying. I was like, but that's because of hope. Like you said before. He's like, why do you do it? See, I didn't use that word last night. That word never even popped in my head. And that's what it is.
What?
We have hope.
Right.
I hope.
Yeah, that fucks us up, Gina. I hope that RK wasn't going to throw me off insurance after 13 years, and the motherfucker did. Talk about shit.
Yeah, but if you give
just be nice.
If you
just be nice.
There's gonna be those times where it's better than you hoped, and then there's a lot of times.
Most of the time.
People disappoint. Is Suzu. People are disappointing, but again,
I mean, I'm
I
sure
don't really
that I
give
was
a fuck
parlayed into that group of people that you try to save, and I thank you.
I don't think I try to save people. I'm just a helper.
Right, but
I like to try to
I'm sure they said the same thing.
I try to help people help themselves. Like I'm not trying to
or to
fucking
get somebody able to help themselves. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not trying to help like that. Like I feel like that's what
you don't want to be the Messiah like someone else. I know.
I don't. I got my I don't know, but no, I don't live for fucking. But if I see somebody who needs help, yeah, I help them. And I don't. That can't be a bad thing. That's impossible. If that's a bad thing,
if somebody has the ability to help somebody and doesn't, that's
fucked up to me.
I think so. I've never.
Think so.
If I've had the ability to help somebody,
I think that's crazy when I watch people and I'm like, yo, you didn't help, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you're to me. I'm like, you're one of that's the kind of person to me. Like that, you got marked in my head. I'm like, oh, I was like. You hear a story or whatever, and I'm like, and you didn't help. I was like, oh, you're fucking.
If my car
douchey.
Drives, I get to you.
Yeah, that's like a douchey asshole, fucking selfish, fucking weird, I don't know what the fuck, but something's up with that person. That you would.
No, I think most people are that way. It's us that are the odd ones, Gina. In today's world. We're the oddball out. We're the
I'd like to think not.
It's unfortunate, but we look at the world we live in. Look at what your friends are saying to you. I was included in that. I did not enable fucking Jason.
Nobody fucking enabled me. I don't want to hear that again. But
what, that I enabled you? How fucking I enable you?
Enabling a helper is like.
Oh, you mean by helping you go bring your dog to the vet or whatever? and me and whatever her name
I
is.
mean, if we're talking about enabling someone to help people, enable the fuck away. In my opinion. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is that what we're talking about right now? Are we wasting time and energy on this? Are you kidding me? Helpers need help. Like,
People
so
that help people
enable.
need help. Right.
It's not a negative thing. You mother, like, what? But whatever.
That's how I met Jason.
But
Helping you with something you needed help with.
uh,
Right?
I think so.
I went, hi, nice to meet you. Where's your mother's room? I never
I was like, I got somebody that can come help.
you go.
Because I got to go to fucking my 9 to 5er. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And I wasn't working then, so why not help you? It's something you needed.
I mean,
And we still weren't finished in time. So thank God I fucking did those 2 rooms.
thank goodness is right.
You know? But, you know, they wouldn't walk into that house, those 2. So fuck off.
A lot of people wouldn't, and I
Yeah,
don't
but that
know.
shows their fucking. No. That's not a friend.
I'm like willing to hear everyone's opinion about everything, and I give my opinion about stuff all the time. But like,
Their
don't
opinion
know.
happened to be
I don't like the idea of like,
just over.
I haven't seen you in a few months,
Right, and I haven't called you or invited you over.
but like, you haven't invited me down there where this person wouldn't be
Is
that you
not.
don't like. And I said to George last night, I was like, the last 4 or 5 times you were here, you didn't even see him. Correct? So what the fuck? Like, what
Well,
you
I'm sure
talking about, Willis?
He didn't have an answer to that.
What
did
you
he?
talking about, Willis? Like, come on now. Like, well, I don't understand the argument. Like, what do you you're making something out of nothing
No,
that
I
isn't
too was upset.
I understand you don't like this person.
No, me or them. He would listen. He switches his shit up. So like that day I wrote you, there's a very nice man here today, but I don't know if it's real or not. I just know he needs a roof.
What? There's a nice man here that needs a roof?
Yes, I wrote that to you. I wrote,
About what?
Jason, after you had the talk with him, I was here the next day. You were not.
Okay.
I said, you know, he's being really nice today. I just want you to know, like, I give somebody props when they do it. When they actually, it was he was asking me if I needed help with.
Sober him that's on his A game is a decent person.
That's right. But I said to you, if he has a drink, it's all gone. That was the next text I said to you.
Oh, he ain't never getting white Zinfandel from me again. I'll tell you
You
that.
should give him any alcohol.
That's his beast.
Make him drink mouthwash if he has to.
No. Oh, that's terrible. White Zinfandel, though. Oof, not his friend.
I don't think any alcohol is his friend, Gina. The what was it? The bourbon.
I think things.
He ran up the stairs.
You gotta moderate yourself.
That's not
as an
part of
adult.
Jason's
If you
world.
can't, well then, right. Some people can't, whatever. But if you don't,
I'm very good
if
at
you
that.
don't want to be the person that has to, I learned to moderate myself. My nickname used to be Vodka Gina. I used to think it was cool and cute or awesome or a whole bunch of adjectives. I do not think that now. And then when I see really drunk people, I'm like, oh shit, is that what I was like? I was like, was that Vodka Gina? And I've had a couple friends be like, no. And
No, you were worse. I'm just kidding.
yeah, but like I'm like, oh my goodness, like get the fuck out of here.
You saw him. He'd
but like,
fly into the room, literally with his robe. Fly.
yeah, like I used to do a lot of things, but I checked myself before I wrecked myself. That's what I told myself. I was like, yo, you either have to stop drinking or check yourself before you wreck yourself and moderate and fucking get it together, motherfucker. You're too old for this shit. And that's what I did because I was like, life will be very boring if I cannot use substances.
At all.
I don't want to be that person.
Right.
And
Yeah, but no, alcohol
so
is a different
I got it
monster.
under fucking control because I don't want to be the person who blacks out and who doesn't remember and does wacky, crazy shit. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Yeah, that's not. We're too old for that shit. So like, that's it. You check yourself before you wreck yourself, or just go wreck yourself. Then I don't give a fuck, but don't fucking include me in the fucking whirlwind and like whatever, you know.
And that's what he was doing. That's what George meant when he was bringing you down. That you might have got caught up with his craziness for a second or so.
I don't see how he's bringing me down. Nothing.
It was
what
the-
has
what
bad has
George
happened here
meant-
or negative
what
or anything.
George
Like
meant-
the floor's done, like the
Oh,
yard's
I know.
done.
This is not my.
Like I'm not sure where's
just
the
think
bring
he-
down. But whatever, and I don't even want to get into it. But like and unless he's gonna be specific, you can't say something
He
like
said
that
no,
without
he-
being specific.
He was.
Okay, well,
It was substance related. That's all.
well, you know,
well, that could be here or there.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'm not wrecked, so next.
That's
please.
what George meant.
So,
And it was just 1 week that I noticed. It was just a week. Not a big deal. They
not a big
thought
deal to me.
they thought it was forever and ever. Hallelujah, amen. You know,
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
just like they said tonight, he's never leaving. So there you have it. Or last night, whatever it was.
Bet. Bet. GLC says bet. It's been a hell of a week. There's been a lot of forward progress, I feel, and I like it.
It's beautiful.
It's positive. It's
Smooth.
it's smooth.
It doesn't have spots all over it. It's not cement.
So I got a new floor. There's a lot going on besides the floor.
Mom's home.
But soon this will be more organized and topic driven and visual and
Absolutely.
and
And it's about, you know, believing in what we believe in. And it's not, we're not crazy. Just like people say to us, we're not crazy. We're kind people, and we're women that have had enough, and we're not taking it anymore. And we want it to be a forum for, like we said last week, I think we said last week, we gave a little bit of a blurb on it. Any age, we want to focus mainly towards the younger crowd so they can notice red flags about titty man babies or titty babies or man boys or whatever the fuck these fucking things that walk around with cocks are these days, and think they just, you know, are the shit, and they're really not. They're the
yeah, there's too
biggest
many of them.
losers in the world.
There's too
actually.
many of them. Which I was also told last night that I attract or that I go. I don't realize that. I feel like a lot of times you get duped. You get duped all the time by people. And
Yep.
I wouldn't. I
It's
am just
called
me.
eminent front.
I'm just me. So
Eminent
I'm
front.
like, wait,
It's a
what?
put on.
I'm like, you're a fucking crazy asshole. Oh, Jesus Christ. Obviously, that's the funniest part because I'm like, if this person acted that way from the get, you'd think I would be this far. Like, I wouldn't
Right.
have given them the time of day. Obviously, they did not act like that originally. Like, people are fucking assholes and they dupe you.
I just keep seeing him flying around your house screaming like a tyrant in that robe. It's a sight I'll never forget. Fucking, oh my God.
Luckily, we don't date, so bonus.
And if you did, it would be over now.
Bonus. Yeah, then maybe you'd be on the street.
If your mother was here, he'd probably have a gash in his
I
head.
don't think that would have happened, but we're not, who knows? Who knows?
Oh my God, the whites invincible would have taken over.
Who knows?
Anyway, so back to the thing. The topics are going to be less flowy or, you know, off topic. They're going to have specific topics. We are going to have people calling in. We want people. I've already got somebody that said they were going to be. They're already interested.
We want stories,
well,
right? We want people to learn from other people's mistakes so that mistakes are not made.
Repeated and repeated and
repeated. Because I said that last night. I was like, dude, that's why Rutabaga. Like, I don't want, you think I want to fucking do the same bullshit over and over? No, I do not. No, I do not. But we ladies can help each other by sharing and learning from each other is really, I think,
Yep,
the
and
heart
naming
of
it
the,
and changing it.
yeah,
That's
name
pretty
it,
much
shame
it.
it, change it. No shame, just expressing whatever the fuck needs to be expressed.
We're not crazy. We're paying attention.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
So we know something's broken, and we're not pretending anymore.
Correct. Yes.
That's pretty much.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
Right?
We're not crazy.
Because too many people were told too much and too long that they're crazy, or that they're too sensitive,
Don't
or you're
believe it.
too overreactive, or you're too this, or you're too that. You talk too much, you smile too much, you laugh too much, you don't laugh
Be
too
whatever
much.
the fuck you want to be.
You know what?
As long
You
as
know
you're
what?
nice and not an
We're
asshole.
gonna have to find a term for that.
Right. But you're not crazy. That's what you aren't. Most likely.
Gaslighting is a big problem. Huge. Huge.
Huge.
It's the hugest.
It's
the
the
hugest. It's like the wettest of water
and
that there is.
gaslighters gaslight themselves, so that's a whole nother thing too. Like, these people just fucking next level.
Yeah, it is hard to believe. It's pretty yucky.
So, but yeah, if you have a topic, we want to let us know. We're gonna have all that info be attached here, there, everywhere. But we want the back and forth, right? I think we want the discussion to grow and the momentum of women not feeling crazy, empowerment, and
The exact opposite of the Andrew Tate movement.
yes, correct. I think young ladies, women of all ages, but young ladies need some dope ass sassy older women to give them some tips and hints so
But
that
do
they
it
don't have
sternly,
to
like,
do it,
You know,
find out the hard way themselves.
right?
I wish somebody, I got a whole bunch of lessons I wish somebody told me when I was younger.
Me too.
So it's that kind of shit that we want to get down to the, like, get deep into.
We have like footage.
It's endless.
Of personal.
Let's be real. It's probably endless because
It is,
Baby
actually.
Nation and the whole.
It goes back for me 10 years at least, and then
Yeah.
to present.
Yeah,
And it's absolutely incredible. Your ears will,
it's incredible.
Your ears will
Life's
not know what's
incredible.
going on.
Life's incredible, and there's always going to be these people in our lives that you're like, what
Well,
the
hopefully we
actual
could-
fuck?
Well, hopefully we could try to eventually not have them in our lives.
Correct.
Like, we'll be rid of Pauls and Charleses and forever. Like, because it's a circle jerk. It's just them not hearing you. They're not going to hear you. They're never going to hear you. They pretend to hear you. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. And then right back to their shit.
And they hear themselves,
And that's it.
and that's it.
That's the kind of
So
thing we're
what? Yeah, we gotta learn to trust our guts and learn skills and tactics to, like, get
stick
out of
to
certain
what
situations.
we know is right too.
Yeah.
Also, getting out of certain situations, very important as early as you can, but not getting into them.
Not getting into them
It
would
would
be
be
ideal.
even better.
Seeing those red flags. Rutabaga.
Isuzu.
Isuzu. Isuzu. Yeah. That's
Kelly's
it.
thing for that is, okay, goodbye. Just that kind of thing.
That's
Like,
it.
Yeah. So we're very serious about this. I have been for a long time. And there's other things that are also subcategories of that. Besides women that are abused and every day and not believed and beaten and verbally abused and just things you can't even imagine. Then you have, moving on to a totally different subject, which are subjects that are going to become part of a larger picture. Kids that can't read script because they're taking it out of the curriculum. It's actually gone. There's no Department of Education at all, actually, anymore. Books that are banned. We have to keep those alive somehow. All of the books that we're living them now. You know, George Orwell and Isaac Asimov and all of them knew this way back when. Don't know how, but they knew it. They knew it. Here we go.
Because it's simulation.
Yeah, right. There you go.
We're being fucked with right now.
Simulation.
We're being fucked with.
That's how they knew.
One up me right now. Gold coin, gold coin, gold coin, gold coin.
So, we are going to be back. And what is this going to be on Apple?
It's going to be everywhere.
Okay. It is. So, and just as an aside, I deal with reptiles now. No more 7-Eleven. And we're bringing a man named Jigger Patel down as far as he can go.
If anybody has any terrible bosses they want to bring down, this is also your place. Because
don't let that happen to you either.
Enough with
know
shit
your rights in the
management.
workplace. That's
how
a great
so many
topic,
people
Gina.
get to be upper management and they're terrible managers.
Oh no, they're the worst.
The worst.
The worst.
Zero managerial skills.
None. Zero.
Take a hike.
-1.
Take a
They're in the
hike.
negative.
You're out. You're out. We're gonna call
but
you
we might
out.
be on. We might be onto a big thing here because we might be onto talk about a simulation. The ethics hotline.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a whole nother. This is getting a little long, but
It is.
You got this one is, and we got some video. Actually, that could be a whole short.
The
and
audio
a whole thing.
Audio only can go on that one, but
that we got a lot on the situation
You guys
of
have a lot
calling the 7-Eleven ethics hotline.
yes. All right.
All right.
Well, all right.
Man, life is weird. I will give it that.
We'll explain more. See, we always have to leave you waiting, wanting more.
Yeah.
And needing to hear what.
Oh wow.
the
We were
final
laughing
answer.
hard the other night listening to that. That was
We
great.
really were.
We
I
really
couldn't
were.
believe it.
We died laughing actually. You guys will like that one. So yeah, come back. We got more. We got more where this is from, and if you got something to share, we'll explain that the next one. I'll have everything ready, and that's that, right?
I think we should have it ready in a week, with no more than a week later.
It's going. This is all going. I'm doing this right now,
Okay.
but like, I will have something to say.
I have
every
to go
time.
get bit by a reptile by 9:30 tomorrow. You're off.
I got a wicked headache. It's
Just
this
by
is
the way,
day
I love
3 of
being
a headache.
bit by reptiles. Feels good.
That's better than 7-Eleven.
It is. My father used to say, like being pissed off is better than being pissed on. So, yeah, he was lovely. Yes, no, Steve is better than 10 Steves is better than one Jigger.
Jig, you go
in
down.
any universe.
Yeah. So come back. Listen, if you have something to share, we want to hear it.
We do.
But thanks for listening.
Thanks. We're a little tired from this week, but we look forward to coming back next week. Have a good one, everyone. Is Zuzu.
Thanks, Tara. Zuzu.